Well, I suppose the first thing that people have to understand is that Russia isn't what it was before the wall fell. A lot of things have changed. That being said, why are they so afraid of Tucker Carlson interviewing Vladimir Putin? Because they're afraid that he's going to tell you the truth, which more than likely he will, because he's been telling the truth all along about Ukraine and some of the things that have went on and why they invaded in the first place. They don't want you to realize the hell was that? What the truth is. You're supposed to believe the narrative. You're supposed to do as you're told, believe as you're told, and nothing else will do. That's what this is all about. And that's what they can't control anymore, because too many people are onto this game. As I have been saying for quite some time now, they're already beaten. They just don't know it yet, or they're not smart enough to figure it out. Another thing I've said on more than one occasion, the people behind the scenes who participate in all this censorship bullshit and all that, they do best or well for themselves if they just put their censorship tools down and slowly back away. Because this isn't going to end well for them. The people that run all this stuff and institute these policies, they're not going to admit to anything. They're not going to take any blame for anything. Quite the contrary. They're going to blame the very people who are running this stuff, saying that they went rogue and they didn't have any control over them or what have you, and throw them right under the bus. Because the reality of the situation is, they look at them the same way they look at the rest of us. We are totally expendable, and they're totally expendable as long as their reputations aren't tarnished or their law breaking, or in this case, sedition and treason, isn't discovered. And they will throw anybody under the bus along the way in order to accomplish that goal. I can't claim that I agree with how we got to this point to where we are today, but I can say we have arrived. And stopping the storm that's coming is highly unlikely. As a matter of fact, the sheriffs just had a meeting in Washington with the FBI, where the FBI told them it isn't a matter of if, it's a matter of when. When they activate the terror cells and sleeper cells that they've been letting in through our open border. When people are under threat of their very life. And the unfortunate part of all of this is the people that run all of this censorship stuff, that institute it on the front lines, they're the ones responsible for making it happen. Because they weren't willing to stand up for themselves or stand by their principles. All they wanted to do was collect a paycheck and follow orders. That wasn't an adequate defense during the Nuremberg trials, and it sure in the hell won't be an adequate defense when the trials start over all of this. It's inevitable. There was a guy on the internet a few years back saying nothing can stop what's coming. And now that all the blocks and the pieces have been put into place, it's damn true. Nothing's going to stop this. And you damn sure better be prepared. Or you ain't going to make it to the end of this derby. Simply put, ladies and gentlemen, there's a storm coming that none of us can avoid. And it still might be off on the horizon a ways, and you still have time to prepare, but there ain't no avoiding it. And thinking that you can is just plain foolish. In case you haven't noticed, these people aren't about accepting blame. Quite the contrary. They're about blaming others for things that they've done themselves. And before too long, that's going to become painfully obvious to everyone. Especially those who have just followed along blindly